That is what they did to us. You know, and we're there like shocked, like, oh my God, do I stand still? Do you want me to dance? What do I do? But they told us, they said, for the next 3 months, I will be your father, I will be your mother, I will be your uncle, and I will be everything to you. I will even be your God. This is what they said. I will even be your God. Don't pray to God. Your God can't help you in the military. You pray to me. If you're hungry, you ask me. If you're thirsty, you ask me. If you're sick, I will take care of you. This is the mentality of the military. This is what they try to do. They will change your way of thinking. They will tear you down only to build you up again. And this is what God does. When you come to Christ, you have to shake off all those things that are of the flesh. All those things that are ungodly. You have to learn how to just put those things down. God will break everything down, break down all of your defenses. He will break down all of your walls, and then He will start to build you up again. Now, our drill sergeants bend down, and I want you to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now put them in your pocket. I want you to put those rocks in your pocket. Okay, we've heard it said in churches that David picked up 5 smooth stones because he picked up the name of Jesus. J-E-S-U-S. This is not true. Because in the Hebrew language, Jesus was 6 letters and not 5. It was pronounced Yeshua and not Jesus. So actually, David should have picked up 6 stones from the brook, if that was the case. But what happened was, David said, I got 1 rock for you, Goliath. And see, you've got to remember that Goliath had 4 older brothers that was waiting on the other side to fight. So what David was saying is, I got a rock for you, and I got a rock for your 4 funky brothers if they come up talking smack about God's people. So basically, you've got to be prepared when you go to war. You've got to take it seriously when you war in the Spirit. It starts at a young age. You guys are really privileged. You guys got it together. But there are some young people that are in those foreign countries that are packing around AK-47s. And how old are you?
8.
At 6 and 7 years old.
I'm going to 8 now.
AK-47s. RPGs. Hand grenades. These little kids they're not sitting in somebody's beautifully decorated classroom learning about things. They're learning on the gun range how to take American citizens out. They're learning how to snipe U.S. soldiers the same way we're trained how to snipe them. So you've got to take your walk with God seriously. Everything that you learn here, you've got to take it in your heart. You've got to take it in your mind. And you've got to say, God, I know I'm only a youth, but guess what? I've got a lot to offer. I am the future. Say, I am the future. No, say it like you mean it. Say, I am the future. All right, you just made the soldier in me come out. You can go sit down right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Straighten out your back, soldier.
16.
Straighten out your back. You only gave me 10 so far. 10, 10, 10. You did good, soldier. Who else wants to try? Give him a hand, because it's trying now. competition for push-ups. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this hat to this brother right here. He is going to keep it and give it to the one who he thinks has done exceptionally well in this class.
There's his hood, right? There's his coat on. Okay, we're only at 20 seconds right now. So now he can get in the engine, right? 20 seconds, all this other stuff's in the engine. He probably wouldn't put his gloves on yet, or his helmet, or his mask. Because once you put that mask on, you start to sweat. And then it starts to steam up on you. If you don't have the air hooked in, you can't see where you're going, and he can't do his job. So he pulled his hood off, put his mask on, then he put his hood back on. So we're not seeing any skin, right? Except for his hands, which he has gloves for. The seatbelt's to take some of the weight. It weighs about 25 pounds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but after a couple hours in a fire, it starts to weigh in your shoulders a little bit. Got his helmet, put the strap on, you can't have your helmet falling off, puts his gloves on, and all of that took him about 1 minute and 15 seconds. But like I said, we don't do it all at once. What he would do is put all his gear on, and then he sits back in his seat. Sounds like Darth Vader, doesn't it? That's a good point. Try to talk a little bit, Jordan.
The Force is in you.
So anyways, he puts all that stuff on, but he can put on his air bottle and all that other stuff on the way to the fire. Because when we get there, we all have our different jobs. And Jordan's job as a firefighter is to do a lot of work. To run the hose back, to get into the door, to get all of our tools. Mitch's job is to help him to get the water supply. My job is, one of them is to make sure that they're doing theirs, that's why we train. But to help him do it, but at the same time, I have to go look and see where we're going and make sure we have a plan of attack. So the majority of the time, the firefighter-paramedic is the one who does a lot of work. So he wouldn't even have his mask on when he first hopped out of the engine, because if he did, he'd probably go through that bottle before we even got into the room, into the house.